Hello, this is a weekly status update briefing from Fire Rescue Headquarters, and it is December 1st, 2016. First, I want to let you folks know what's coming fairly soon. Number one is, of course, the Fire Rescue Holiday Awards Dinner. It's on the 6th at 6 p.m., again at Lake Eva in Haines City. And also, I'd like to remind you that it's a Toys for Tots event, so bring an unwrapped toy to donate to that worthy charity, so all kids can have a good Christmas. One of the other things that's going on is Leadership Lakeland class is coming to the boardroom on the 8th for a demonstration of and a hands-on and a presentation by Fire Rescue by some of our personnel staff members, and the chief will be there to kind of give those folks an idea of what Polk County Fire Rescue does, what our capabilities are, and show them some of our equipment. So that's coming up pretty quick. We always like to get out the good job that you guys do in the field and let as many people see that as possible. The Dundee Station ribbon cutting, as you know, hopefully you know that our folks are out of the travel trailer there and into the permanent building that was just recently remodeled. They're having a ribbon cutting on the 10th of January at 3:30 p.m. That's the scheduled time, date and time right now. If it changes, I'll let everybody know. But we'd like to show up, of course, and be there for that partnership that we have with the city of Dundee. Frostproof Station is about 2 weeks away from being complete. They have to install a water tank out back and maybe do some other little work around there, but we're looking about 2 weeks. Also, our replacement station for Mulberry, which is going to be on Kid Ellis Road, which is on the eastern side of Mulberry. That is a funded project, by the way, and the RFP process is moving on right now. So they're not going to start moving dirt tomorrow, but we're closer than we've ever been. So those folks, I'm sure, will be glad to get out of that modular whenever they can get this permanent station built. I've had a lot of questions over the last few days regarding the uniform policy and when it's supposed to take effect and those different things like that. The best estimate right at this point from the chief is a mid to late January. We, of course, want to do it as soon as possible, but supply logistics is a factor in that, especially with the numbers and amounts that we're looking at. So mid to late January is realistic. I will keep everybody up to date as if that time shifts. One more look at the parade schedule this week. Tonight is, of course, the Lakeland Parade. We want to make sure that if I was you, if you're not in the parade or visiting the parade to watch it, I'd stay away from Lakeland. It's has traffic tied up for hours in and around Lakeland, so it's a big deal. Tomorrow night's Auburndale Winter Haven Parade, likewise down Havendale Boulevard and those areas there. If you're not in it or at it, you're going to be unfavorably involved with it if you are in around that area trying to drive. The third is Fort Meade and Polk City. The 9th is Bartow. The 10th is Lake Wells, Mulberry, and Davenport. Just keep bringing these up to you, but to let you know, but just kind of current events. I have a special announcement. I've been speaking today with Amanda Reynolds, President Amanda Reynolds of the IAEP, and she wanted me to remind everybody on this briefing that the IAEP contract vote for all the EMTs and all the paramedics, they can and should vote. This is those members of the IAEP. You don't have to be a dues-paying member, just covered under their contract, a person in the bargaining group. So that's who's covered under this. Where? It's at Polk County Fire Rescue Station 450, which, if you're plugging it into your GPS, is at 333 American Spirit Road in Winter Haven, Florida, 33881. When? They have 3 dates for you to have an opportunity to go cast your vote. It's the 6th from 8 to 12, 8 to noon, and then from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. The 7th, Wednesday, from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And Thursday, the 8th, from 8 to 12 again, and from 5 to 8 p.m. So, as you should know, the EMTs and paramedics, I sent out this morning an email. I spoke with President Reynolds, and we determined that she would like to have this sent out to everybody. This is the current pay proposal from the conditional pay proposal from the county, and this is what you're going to be voting on, that and the changes in the contract. So If you, this is what the front page of the attachment looks like that I sent out this morning. If you did not get a copy of this and you don't have a person who can give you one, if you think you should have gotten one, let me know. Email me and I'll send you a copy of it. But it's a 3-page document and shows the steps and the new steps, but shows how the calculation is done, and you can figure out what your salary increase would be if this was accepted by the union. Safety. As you know, I generally have a weekly, some people call it a NAG. I like to prefer to call it more of a safety briefing or safety enlightenment to bring it back to the front of your mind. Driving is one of our biggest exposures to risk, and bad practices increase that risk. It's bad enough just normally trying to get through traffic. Now, there's been an uptick in incidents that have caused drive cam activations. It doesn't have to be an accident to activate the drive cam. It can be a hard braking or a jerking the excessive G movement to the side. Something like that triggers it. And then while it's triggered, we have to review those. And those folks all things get reviewed. Well, some of the folks are picking up on people maybe not wearing seat belts. Maybe they're on their phone. Maybe they're eating going down the road in the vehicles. So we want to, those are not, we're not supposed to be doing things like that. When you're driving, especially responding to a call, we want to make sure that we have our complete focus on driving. All the crew members in the cab as a team effort to make sure that we're looking out for potential risk areas and potential things. And everybody needs to be at their highest state of awareness and readiness, and that does not include eating or talking on the phone or texting or anything like that. So please, please, please use good practices when you're driving. As I've said in the past, Chief Stervino is personally reviewing all safety issues and their resolution. He takes a very, very hands-on approach, as we all do, but Chief Stervino is very safety conscious. And with that, if you do have safety concerns or safety recommendations, please copy the chief with any communications dealing with safety. He wants to hear about it firsthand. So again, safety, 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 and our job is dangerous enough without adding to our own risk. So please make sure that we comply with all that. Some reminders. First, as I tell you every week, command staff meetings are generally Wednesday at 9 o'clock here at headquarters. The reason I keep telling you that is if you have an issue that you think you may need an answer or may require something at a staff meeting, if you get it to me at 10:30 on Wednesday, it's going to be a whole week before the next staff meeting. So before 9 o'clock, hopefully before Wednesday morning, get it there. And if it's a staff meeting type question, we can take it up before the whole staff there and be a lot quicker turnaround. Smoke detector banners. Rose has been talking to everybody that she can on the morning briefings that we have, but it's time to get them returned to the warehouse. We're going to reuse them. She's got a plan to roll them up. The folks that roll them up, zip tie them, and we want to have them ready for the next time. So get those in right now. As I told you guys every week, or trying to tell you, suggest to you, if you have a suggestion, just be engaged. Let us know what's going on. Communications. If you have a recommendation or something like that, don't just sit there and think everybody knows it because you know it. Tell somebody. Let us know. The goal is for everybody to know what's going on, and we want to know what your opinions and concerns are. We just need to know about it. So get engaged. The chief is very hands-on, and he likes people that are hands-on. So get engaged with the process and help make Polk County Fire Rescue the best it can possibly be. As always, if you have questions or comments, email's the best for me. I can get back to you on some of them. Some of them may take me a couple of weeks to do the deal before I run into you again. But anyway, you got my email address and things like that. Just please, email's the best. Until then, everybody be safe, and we'll talk to you later.